Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and this is a continuation on my square root video from part 1. So, today we're going to be talking about the conjugate pair with square roots, rationalizing and simplifying radicals with variables. So the first problem I want to go over is this problem. So root 5 in the bottom. So basically this is when you never in math, you never want to have a square root in the bottom. So there's a few techniques we can do to use this, but when we have a square root alone, like this, where it's not being added or subtracted, we can do something called rationalizing, which all we do is we make another multiplication and we times by a square root of 5 on the top. The bottom and the top, we bring it up, because if we times the bottom, we're going to times the top. Now, why do we do this? So we said we don't want a square root in the denominator. So if we do this, what we're doing right now, notice that in the denominator, this is equivalent to the square root of 5 squared. And we know the identity that it just becomes 5. So rationalizing helps us do this. Now, the technique is you just multiply down and up, which is what we did. And now it becomes 5 times the square root of 5, which is 5 times the square root of 5 divided by 5 now. Now we can divide because this is the same. The 5 is a common factor. Is always, you can cancel out when it's multiplication. When it's addition, don't cancel out. But when it's multiplication like this, you can cancel out. So now the answer just becomes the square root of 5. So let's try another one. Let's try 6 square root of 3. And we're being asked to simplify. So let's apply the rationalizing. Times on the bottom because it's the identity. And we times the bottom to bring on the top. So it becomes 6 times the square root of 3 all over 3. Which is 6 times the square root of 3 divided by 3. Now, 6 divided by 3 is 2, so it becomes 2 times the square root of 3. Cool. Try another one. 2 times the square root of 7. So we're going to rationalize like this. We're going to do 2 times the square root of 7. All over 7. Now 2 isn't divisible by 7, so we can just keep it like this. Now what if they give you something like this? So 5 divided by 2 times the square root of 5. Same idea, but we don't have to bring the 2. Like when we're doing rationalizing, we have to bring the square root to the right and up. Okay? We just times it on the bottom and the top. So we can just leave the 2 alone, because we know this is going to become a 5. So we're going to do the conjugate as so. And this is going to become 5 times the square root of 5 all over 2. And since the square root of 5 times the square root of 5 doesn't equal 5, because that's the rule, it's going to be 2 times 5, which is 10 on the bottom. So it's going to be 10 times 5 square root of 5. Now 5 over 10 is the same as 1/2, so it's going to become the square root of 5. 1 times the square root of 5 all over 2, which is just the same as the square root of 5 over 2. Let's try one more. So 4, 5. Not this one. Let's try one with a coefficient. So same procedure. We use times at the end. So 2 times 5 times the square root of 7. So we're just going to times by 7. We're going to times by 7. So it's going to be 2 times the square root of 7. 5 times 7 is going to be 35, because remember, when we do the rationalizing, it cancels out and just becomes a 7. So it's going to be 2 times the square root of 7 all over 35. Okay, good. So that's how you rationalize. So now I'm going to get to my second point, which is foiling with a square root.